And think if you could find a water bottle near you with your closed eyes. Now, this is what life is like for these two gentlemen on my either side. They're amazing entrepreneurs, but visually impaired. And just imagine how difficult it might have been for them to take rides. Hailing a taxi is impossible because they have to go to the streets to do that. And finding a public transport could be a life-threatening situation for them. Till the time they came across Tootle, because our app is fully accessible to the visually impaired. Now, if you look at Kathmandu, it is not only these people who are visually impaired are vulnerable to public transport. The vulnerability extends to women, to people who are disabled. And if you just walk down the alley and not too far away from here, you can find the street clogged with people trying to find their space in a public transport. They have to wrestle through it. So the vulnerability actually extends to people like you and me. And we know that the problem exists. We all know that. And I do not need to be a rocket scientist to explain that there is a frustration in transport. You can see the buses ballooning out with the backs extending out from every other window possible. Possibly that's the way our transport has a better aerodynamics in Nepal. I don't know about that. That's how it works. And what is the solution? Well, Kathmandu has 400,000 motorbikes on the streets. So 1 out of every 5 people in Kathmandu owns a motorbike. That's a significant size. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to engineer a process, a technology around these 500,000 bikers in the city by which they can use their spare capacity. Now, if you were to count the number of vehicles, the motorbikes, flying across, 8 out of 10 motorbikes would be single passenger. Therefore, there is a spare capacity that's going to waste, right? And that is how we believe that we can work around the technology by which these people can offer transport to people from a point to point to their destinations. Now, for this we have to work around the technology because our problems are different to the problems in the US, where you have social security, you have credit cards. We had to engineer an online and real-time payment system, thanks to Seedstar and Asper and his team, that we have a payment system that allows people to get paid on real time. What it also does, it makes the system scalable. And these bikers retain 80% of the total fees that comes out of transport. So what is Tootle? It's basically a ride-sharing platform on motorbike where you can hail a motorbike through a touch of a button, through an app, and the request actually goes down to the freelance entrepreneurs. But more than that, that's only the tip of the iceberg. But if you look at Kathmandu, we are restricted with the freedom to move. And freedom is a fundamental human right. So what we do at Tootle is provide people with the freedom to move around. That's what Tootle is all about. Not only that, it's also about freedom for people like Kumar or Chanchal, for that matter, to make their income as freelance entrepreneurs. One of the guys was displaced with earthquake, the other pays his fees of his children, and the other knows biking as a skill and makes his daily income. So that's what we do. We allow these people to make income every day by being freelance entrepreneurs and helping people reach from point A to point B. And that's our chart. You know, this is the income that they've made over the year, over the months, the amount of cash outs that happen on real time. We've so far completed around 30,000 trips in 9 months of operations and made a revenue of $27,000 US. We have a burnout rate which is pretty high, but we can control that in the future. And if you look at the vulnerability, 38% of our bookings come from women. Most rides are taken by visually impaired. And bikers generate their income and save on real time. We also address the Sustainable Development Goals 8 and 9. And we, of course, have the competition, but we do have the strategy to beat them. And this is our team that has made it possible. Our immediate target is to complete more rides, scale it up, and get into more product verticals around motorbikes through deliveries. And one of the things that we're immediately going to do is use Tootle bikers to do financial access with the MOU that we've signed with eSeva and have women entrepreneurs with the MOA that we signed with Happy Buying. So that's what we have at Tootle. Thank you for your time. Okay, sure.
Great. Thank you so much, and you finished on time.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So let's head over to the jury.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Good idea. I've heard, and this is all just heard, and I think Siddhant alluded to something similar with the trekking business, is the cartelized nature of the transport business, and how do you protect yourself personally, not just your business, from these nefarious characters who want to protect their business.
Well, that's a good question. You know, what we have right now is we have more than 4,000 bikers who are registered with us. It's about the numbers. Now, if you have 50,000 bikers, it's not me against 10,000 taxis. It's 50,000 people who make daily income of $20 a day against 10,000 people. That is where we want to reach.
Can you go to your traction slide?
Oh, sorry. This one? Yeah.
So, why is your burnout 15,000 a month?
See, we work on a sophisticated technology, and most of our burnout happens on developing technology. We're the state of the art, and tech people would be able to appreciate that we have a real-time database and real-time service that we render, which is the state of the art and the latest tech stack that we use. And that requires a lot of investment, because what we wanted to do was, see, we can make mistakes right now doing 400 odd trips a day. But we have to make a system scalable that can take us to 30,000, 40,000 trips every day. So we are trying to build a technology and a solid platform enabled by a great payment platform that happens on real time. That is what takes a lot of investment. Plus, behavior of taking a ride on a motorbike and giving a ride on a motorbike is not an existing behavior. You know, while we have a lot of NGOs who actually spend millions of dollars in teaching people how to wash hands properly. That's the behavior change that we want to do, and that behavior change requires a lot of incentivization, and that is where our money is turned out right now.
I have a simple question. What is the current income that average rider gets per day?
Yeah.
And what is the maximum that you have in the plan?
You do, because we cash out all our bikers' income through your platform. Yeah, you know, if you work really hard, if you do 15 to 20 trips a day, you make $20 a day. That's 2,000, 2,500 rupees a day. And the guy that I showed you in the picture on the left, he made around 40,000 rupees a month. He works really hard. But there are people who make 500 rupees a day, and they just burn it out in a cigarette or a chia in a tea shop.
I have a quick question. What do you do about the risks involved in accidents?
We are insuring all our rights. And since the business model is new, so we're working with the insurance company where we can do a blanket insurance of the rights without being specific to the bike numbers. So we do a blanket insurance for the rights.
Do you need any sort of regulatory permission to do this?
Right now, no one has actually approached us. What we believe is with the dialogues that we've had with our lawyers, they believe that it's a time to scale up. Once you scale up, then there would be a regulatory void. And we also had a coverage on Nepali Times a long time ago, where it talked about the title was Nepal Silicon Alley and the law. So we've not become big enough to reach that stage, but hopefully we'll cross the river when it comes.
How do you see the regulations supporting to your business?
See, I mean, at the end of the day, it's about people making income. If you look at Uber and US, where you have 80-90% of the people making income, and this is the side income, we live in a country where the employment is much less. And these are the people who are making daily income. So I personally believe that if morally things that we do are correct, if the business model works, and if there's so many people who are moving, including you, Adrian, I hope you had a pleasant ride this morning. I hope we are doing a good job, and I hope that we get supported by the regulatory people and the government as well.
I just would like to know more about how you're planning on scaling. Like, what do you do if Uber, Grab, Gojek come to town?
That's a very interesting question. See, if Uber actually came to us, the model is based on vehicles, on motor cars. Now, this model is not a demand-driven model. This is a supply-driven model. Right?
Yeah, I'm just saying we've been using the motorcycle model in all over our travels recently. So I think it's really taking off. So what is your...
See, it's about knowing the market. We know the human behavior in Nepal. And one of the things that you would not find is that in Nepal we don't have dignity in labor. You know, an 18-year-old guy riding a motorcycle does not want to be seen as doing that because we do not have that in Nepal. You know, and we have had one instances where a biker took a client and actually dropped him to a different location because his dad was seen, who would have seen him dropping someone off. We need to change that human behavior, and I think we have the knowledge of the market, not only in terms of the economics of it, but in terms of human behavior as to how me and people like all of us in this room who are from this country behave and act and do things. It's important to track human behavior. I think that's where we have an edge compared to any other competitor that comes in. And moreover, if you look at the market of Uber, and Uber has always been a second player in the places where native businesses are run. In India, they're second to Ola. In Indonesia, they're second to Gojek. In Asia Pacific, they're second to Grab. So, as and when they come in, we appreciate the competition, but we'd like them to be second to us.
Thank you for that,